Hey guys, it's RC here. Wanted to do just a quick run through of where I'm at in settlement so far. So, of course, we have the bridge into town, and I've cleared out most of the rubble, not all of it. There's still a few odds and ends that I can junk. Um, and I was using the scrap anything mod, but ended up having some issues with it, causing some glitches with quests. And I know that was the one because that's the one I deleted, and that's the one that fixed all the problems. So I guess I could go in and activate it just for scrapping and then turn it back off when I go out questing. But I really don't want to risk anything. So, unfortunately, that allowed me to clear out leaves and everything else, So, I mean, at some point, you would think they would have some pride in their community and they would do that. But anyway, again, I started, I haven't been playing Fallout for very long. I had tried the first two versions of the game recently, probably within the last 24 months. And of course, those are much older games. Could not figure them out for the life of me. When I couldn't get out of the starting area without dying, I pretty much scrapped the game. I did purchase Fallout New Vegas, did not play Fallout 3. I liked it, but I didn't get very far, and really it didn't capture me. But Fallout 4 has really sucked me in. I have put Skyrim on the back burner for the first time in years because of this game. So, anyway, uh, I've been watching a lot of videos, particularly Davey, also goes by No Respawns on YouTube and Twitter. He is an amazing settlement builder. A lot of detail, a lot of attention to detail. So anyway, I've kissed his butt enough in another video, so I'm not going to do that here. But last video, I kind of focused on the Minuteman and the Brotherhood of Steel offices that I built there. I've got my water purifiers going up out here, and we'll probably eventually extend that out this way. But one of the things that I did, I went ahead and walled off this area. Now, I know walls do not do anything to alleviate attacks. Even from a outside spawn point, they can just go through walls. What I'm hoping is these walls will funnel them to the gate. I'm hoping. But we have used the rug glitch and the uh, warehouse support post glitch to sync these and move them into the structure. This one, you can't see it sticking out because it doesn't. And what the way I'm looking at it is they actually cut that out, but that board looks like it's resting right on top as a support to get around. Now we can actually get around there by jumping and moving around back, but anyway, I'm not sure that a NPC or a computer controlled character will do that. But anyway, we've got that blocking off this house here. And so we're not actually using this house for settlement purposes at all. I've not put any bedrooms in here. We're not using that in any way, at least not for right now. We have blocked off this area with junk fences and this area here. I don't know. Looking at that now, that looks a little bad. Unless we just say, hey, that's been there for so long, the tree kind of grew around it, which is possible. I mean, we were out for over 200 years, so, the tree could have grown in that time. We've put in a fence and a barricade here. And we've got two little areas here. I haven't put anything in here yet. This will be like for storage and supplies. This one I did put a little bit. We've got a few supplies stocked up over here. And, what I may do is fill that in eventually and then expand. But, you know, We have a ramp here using some of the scaffolding. We've got some guard platforms up here. Uh, we've got the guards facing out, turrets facing backwards because, of course, a spawn point is right back there. We do have a few odds and ends for weapons catches up here for our settlers that are on guard duty. And then what I've done is I have actually run this all the way up to the door frame of this house. And I've gone right up flush to the house and just inside the door frame, but not enough to stop a door from going in. And that way we can actually use this house at some point, just have not done it yet. But that way this house is inside the settlement and they can use that house for more beds. And then what I have done is we have actually fenced off all the way down this platform. And you notice we ended up sinking most of the fences. This is actually a tall piece that goes down, but it was just a half wall, so it's a little offset, which I think is okay. It was just, a piece that they used to finish off the wall. And that comes up to our workshop house. And then behind here, we have our farming going on. And of course, there's where we blocked off that fence to keep this area safe. And the exit to the bridge over here. Now, I have not finished this corner. I need to put some support here. I just haven't done it yet. I have on the Brotherhood of Steel house, but I'm still working on the Minuteman offices. But we have got some of the platforms in on this side, but I do need to do that other side. We have our water purifiers. I've got a generator shack over here, which we kind of glanced at last time. And that's generating our purified water. And then I believe we have a spawn point right over here in this area coming in here. And what I have over here, I have some guard posts up in here, as well as some sleeping accommodations. And then they've connected that to this facility here via walkway. That has a guard post up there. But I didn't go gung-ho with the turrets or anything. I did leave that open. I thought I'd put some sandbags in there, but I guess not. Actually, yeah, there's a spawn point right back there, I'm pretty sure. So all of these areas are within the wall. We did not wall off anything on the river side or the creek side over here. So that's all open to attack. And then, of course, where the spawn point is down in these trees. I know a lot of people put full-blown defenses here. I have put up a small one. I need to raise that junk wall possibly. That doesn't look good. I had originally built this and then I added that on top. So I think I need to raise these up a little bit to where the junk walls are actively supporting the edge to make that look realistic. And this was kind of a neat twist. I actually built these raised platforms and then put in a junk wall that I sunk using the post glitch. Same thing with the little defensive thing here and on this side. And then use the back section of this floor pad where I put the walls in for just a seating area for people when they're on break or off duty. So I've got a couple of turrets up here with some rock walls, but I kind of liked the way this worked out. I could have raised it a little bit more, but I think they fit in there really good and gave me a little bit of pop coming out this way, but Uh, Certainly not super invincible, but I liked the way that came out. I do need to tweak that a little bit on both sides now that I'm looking at it. And that's pretty much the settlement. I really haven't started anything outside of basic beds. If we take a look, I have 16 people and 20 beds just in the houses themselves. I've added some beds up in the treehouse back there for a more sleeping area, and I'm not sure. I tried to add on some jutting outpost here to make it look a little bit different. Um, I think it looks all right. Of course, we have the footbridge going up, and originally I was thinking along the lines of like an inside flea market, but then I realized that I didn't think that each one of these areas would have enough room for a shop and then room for the shopkeepers to get in, and I didn't want to use doorways into the back of each one. So I turned this into power armor station just for what I've got so far. And then we have the guard sections up here on each side, right here, and right here. And then, of course, we have the opening, which gets us across elevated to our treehouse. My original thought was to try to build everything elevated and just have one access point to get up into the settlement. I was kind of thinking along the lines of, like uh, the Wookiees in Star Wars, something along those lines where they lived up in the trees. Um, but this comes right around the tree. I think that's a really neat look. You don't go too high to where you're not, it can't be legitimately supported. And yeah, I didn't put up any guard post or anything up here. I thought that would be a little cheeky, and I need to put a wall in here uh, as that is dangerous, a dangerous play area. So anyway, that gets us into that is what my sanctuary looks like right now. Nothing, no great shakes about it. Um, I ended up using this raised area, the garage roof, for my first couple of generators, my uh, settlement beacon, and yeah, so that's about it. I've got the three. One thing I did do after I've added a weapons bin into this one, so that's given me three shops. I just need to get more people, more settlers in here. All right, he's assigned to food. She's assigned to food. So I just think I don't have enough people right now for all the shops. So anyway, like I said, nothing fancy, pretty basic, but just trying to expand a little bit. I did my last video on the boxcar shop, which was my offtake of these types of shops that I had gotten from No Respawns, which look really good. I mean, they really work well. But I really liked the way that my boxcar idea came out, and then using the boxcar for an office space for the Brotherhood of Steel back there. Um, so anyway, nothing super fancy, very plain and bare bones, but that is kind of where I'm going to right now. So I'm trying to get a little more creative, and watching some of the videos from Davey and other people have really helped immensely. Um, but yeah, that's never been one of my strong suits is the creativity. So most of my stuff is setting up some sitting areas. Eventually, I'll put some appliances in here, but um, I've already hit the building cap twice, and was able to discover the weapons glitch to make your uh, build count go down, so I could keep expanding on this a little bit. Little seating area because when I grab my purified water, I can't walk fast. So I built me a little seating area over there and added a few extra um, chairs for people to sit down and just kind of shoot the breeze. Probably going to put a table in there with some alcohol and cigarettes on it at some point. Um, I do have the Vault Tech guy. So I don't know. This is a level 3 store, I think. So supposedly he upgrades it to a level 4 or 5 automatically. I don't have all the perks to get to the level 4 stores. So not sure how exactly that happens. Um, I've got Codsworth working the armor stand, and I have not put anybody in this one yet. In fact, let's do. How about if I give you the weapons store? There we go. Yeah, so you're now the weapons store guy. All right, now that's going to cut back on my food production a little bit, but again, I've moved a lot of my workbenches over here and move them around. My armor bench I moved off the ground. Weapons workbench I moved. That way I could put my storage crate right there so I didn't have to worry about moving. Brought over the cooking and the chems over here for so I've got everything in one spot. So yeah, I mean certainly nowhere near as extravagant as some of the builds that I've watched on YouTube. But again, I've only been playing this for a few weeks, so um, it's coming along a little bit at a time, and I'm not in a race. I'm trying to still play the game and see how the game develops. I just made it out to Far Harbor over the weekend, and so just trying to mix a little building in amongst doing my quests in still playing the game for the very first time, uh, and haven't even made it all the way through. So anyway, hey, thanks for checking out the video. Oh, there comes the Vault Tech guy. So hey, thanks for checking out the video, and we will see you next time.